Coming up on Carolina News, no funds for food. The government shutdown is in week 4, and funding for SNAP benefits is running out. Find out how top politicians plan to support those in need. Plus, the waterworks. It's only rain in Columbia, but a storm is brewing in the Atlantic. Finally,
this one really hurts.
Gamecocks give up. We'll tell you what the thriller in Williams-Brice over the weekend means for the future of the South Carolina football program.
The face on. Whoa! It is a turnover. Jones returns it for the tie.
All that and more coming up on Carolina News.
From the University of South Carolina, your news, your sports, your weather. Carolina News begins now.
Hello, and welcome to Carolina News. I'm Sammy Vassallo.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Nicole Smith. Our top story today, the government shutdown is approaching 4 weeks. If it lasts until November, funding for the SNAP benefit program will run out. Our Kyron Williams is live to tell us about how this will affect food banks in the area. Kyron?
That's right, I'm here at the Gamecock Community Shop, just one of the many food banks in the state of South Carolina being affected by the shutdown. They've seen over a 300% increase in students served this semester, and just last Friday, they welcomed over 330 students. And they're also an affiliate of the largest food bank in the state of South Carolina. Columbia's largest food bank is busier than ever. Federally funded food benefits, also known as SNAP, are expected to end at the end of the month due to the government shutdown.
And so we're really anticipating a crisis level of need in the next coming weeks if the SNAP benefits do not get turned back on.
Harvest Hope is the largest food bank in the state of South Carolina, providing over 25 million meals per year. And the line behind me shows that demand. The food bank has locations in Columbia, Florence, and Greenville, and provided over 30 million pounds of food last year to people across 20 different counties in South Carolina.
We are seeing increased levels of people coming to our facilities and our agencies. So if you think through our agencies, we're working very closely with them, and they are seeing more and more people come to their pantries to get food access.
According to the South Carolina Department of Social Services, over 260,000 families in the state rely on SNAP benefits for food. And while Harvest Hope didn't provide attendance numbers since the shutdown started, according to Feeding America, over 50 million people in the U.S. attended food banks in 2023, a number that's expected to be passed this year, even surpassing the 60 million food bank attendees during the COVID-19 pandemic. Experts say even a couple weeks without SNAP benefits can lead to a detrimental impact in some communities.
It means a lot, and that can lead to very negative outcomes in terms of education and health. And in some cases, it leads to what we call an avalanche effect. Even if it is just 1 month delay, it can very quickly translate to much larger financial burdens down the road, like an avalanche.
Harvest Hope says with the expected record number of attendees, they will rely on the community donating food and people volunteering in this time of need.
During times of crisis, it's a moment where everybody can come together. I want everybody to really not make food political. We need to come together and make sure everybody can eat this winter. The current shutdown is about to hit the 4-week mark, currently standing at 27 days, and with the second longest in U.S. history. And with no clear end date in sight, many SNAP participants may be without food benefits for a while. However, Governor McMaster is set to hold a press conference tomorrow to announce a new campaign to assist with food banks. In Columbia, I'm Kyron Williams, live Carolina News.
Thanks, Kyron. This morning, Hurricane Melissa reached Category 5 status. Melissa is on path to hit Jamaica Tuesday morning and may be the strongest storm to ever hit the island. There is expected to be flooding and landslides, and the government announced an evacuation from many coastal areas. The hurricane is not expected to affect the U.S.
While the hurricane likely won't hit us, we have experienced some rainy conditions today. Our Osley Lewis is in the Weather Center with more. Osley?
That's right, ladies. The cold weather has finally arrived, and it's brought a lot of rain and wind with it. The high today was 60 degrees, but currently right now it feels like 48 degrees due to wind chill. If you look behind me, it's just terrible out there. So make sure you have your rain jackets and your umbrellas handy on you. It's supposed to rain all the way through Thursday. But on Friday, which is Halloween, it should clear up a little bit. I'll have more on that coming up next. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Osley. A tragic reminder to stay alert and away from train tracks. A USC student is currently recovering from being hit by a train over the weekend. Our Raquel Negron reports on the accident and railroad safety.
Trains are constantly on the move, and sometimes people just do not realize how quickly. On Saturday afternoon, a USC student was struck by a train right underneath Blossom Street. Now in recovery, the injuries and his name have not yet been released publicly, and neither has information on why he was on the tracks. I'm here at one of the railroad crossings many USC students cross every single day to get to and from campus. That also happens to be right in the middle of some off-campus housing, as well as some neighborhood favorites. But what seems like a shortcut to cut maybe 5 minutes off your walk might become dangerous or even fatal in the long run.
I mean, there's probably something else they could do. They could probably put some more signs out and everything, but for the most part, I mean, a lot of it's common sense. Make sure you're safe.
We reached out to Columbia Police Department, who is currently investigating the incident, and CSX Train Company, but no one has called us back. However, on the day of the accident, CSX spokesman Brian Tucker put a statement out saying, quote, "Walking on or besides railroad tracks is illegal. The only safe place to cross tracks is at designated public crossing with a crossbuck, flashing red lights, or a gate," end quote. Which at the place of the accident, there was none of those safety features.
If I see like a train going up and down or them working on it, I usually just go through the Strom field instead.
Operation Lifesavers say they're working to educate students on the importance of being aware and recognize the risks of making the choice to cross. In Columbia, Raquel Negron, Carolina News.
As Raquel mentioned, Operation Lifesaver is focusing on more outreach, especially after the incident, and Carolina News hopes for a safe and fast recovery for the USC student that suffered these injuries.
According to the Cherokee County Coroner's Office, 4 people, including a 4-year-old and a 7-month-old baby, died in a house fire early Sunday morning in Gaffney. One of the residents, Kathy Shippey, was able to escape the home. Shippey said one of the victims, 30-year-old Willie Morris, was attempting to refuel a kerosene heater inside the homes when the fire broke out. The Gaffney Fire Marshal, the Cherokee County Sheriff Office, and SLED are all investigating.
Moving to Lexington County, one person is dead after a crash that occurred Sunday. The crash happened on Jim Spence Road near Addie Lucas Road when a Chevrolet Cruze drove off the street, hitting a culvert and then a tree. South Carolina Highway Patrol says the driver died at the scene.
A truck driver died Saturday night after running off the road in Lee County. The crash happened on SC Highway 341 near Long Branch Road. Highway Patrol says a Volvo tractor trailer drove off the right side of the road, hitting a power line. The driver died at the scene.
Sheriff deputies have not apprehended a suspect after a mass shooting on Saturday morning. The shooting happened outside Maxon, North Carolina at a Halloween party. The gunfire left 2 people dead and 11 others wounded. Investigators say about 150 people ran from the scene. It is unclear what provoked the shooting.
I mean, I hate to see it in anyone's community, and we're going to work it the best we can to bring closure to the families of the deceased folks here.
Back here in Columbia, a 23-year-old was identified as a victim of a late Saturday night in Bellingham Road. CPD officers used life-saving techniques on Chance Brooks until EMS arrived. Brooks was pronounced dead at the hospital. The police are still trying to determine the circumstances behind the shooting and identify potential suspects.
2 people have been found dead after a shooting at a gas station in North Augusta. When police arrived at the scene, they encountered an individual with a gun. Officers shot the suspect, and then the suspect was taken to a hospital. Their condition is unknown. Further investigation determined there were 2 people shot and killed before police arrived. Police are still trying to determine a motive for the shooting.
Coming up after the break, the U.S. plans to finalize a trade deal with China this week.
Find out what President Trump had to say about the upcoming meeting. But first, the Gamecocks suffered a tough loss to Alabama over the weekend. We'll tell you what the season outlook is after a disappointing start. Stay with us.